We go. Hey everybody, I'm Cheryl Swift, the Duchess of Rock and Roll, and this is Casper McWade. We're here tonight in Springfield, Illinois. I was like, ooh, I had to think about what state we're in, what day it is. I think it's a Wednesday.
Yeah, okay.
We'll go with that. We're here tonight. Cody Jinks and Ward Davis and Tennessee Jet are playing, and their buddy Casper came up today. Up or down? Where were you? Where'd you come from?
I came up. I came from Missouri.
Okay, came from Missouri. He had a rough day. Took a long walk.
Took a hike.
Gas gauges. They're important.
It works. I just wasn't paying attention.
Got into the music and started driving, and
We'll go with that.
we'll go with that. I was coming home from Nashville Monday, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, 34 miles. Should probably find an exit.
Mine don't do that.
Oh, see, mine does. My alert hadn't gone off, but at 32 miles, the alert goes off. And I was like, yeah, I better get gas.
Mine doesn't alert you. It's an old Chevy van, so it just...
You just cruise,
out.
and then you walked 6 miles to get gas?
And you walk 6 miles.
That's so funny. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I made it. I wasn't actually going to be coming here today, and then when you said that you had time for an interview, it's only like 2 hours from my house, so I got ready and jumped in the car. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
It's funny how we met. So I guess, was that just last summer, or was that 2 years ago?
It's been almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. So I was following Cody around, and I went to a pre-party in Durant, Oklahoma. Choctaw, is that what it's called?
Choctaw Casino, yeah. It was at Gillies in the Choctaw
Yes,
Casino.
and it was you, Tom McElvain, Joe Austin,
Cody's father-in-law.
Ron Helmer, and then there was another person. His name is eluding me.
Don't get me in line. I got drunk that night, and I don't remember.
Okay, I think the man wrote love letters and cigarettes.
Probably.
Anyway, so I'm there at this party, and I walk in, and you're all up on stage. Now, at the time, I don't realize that it's Joe and Tom who would go on to become some of my best friends. And then you're singing, and I'm mesmerized by you instantly. And then Ron Helmer says, we'd like to welcome the Duchess of Rock and Roll, and I almost fainted because I didn't know that Ron knew me. So after your set, I was like, who's that guy? Who's the guy with the long beard? I'm like mesmerized by your voice. And my friend says, well, there's someone I want you to meet, come backstage. So my friend Troy grabs me and takes me backstage, where I met Casper for the first time.
And Troy Throwkill, yeah.
And Troy was who took me backstage. So months would go by, and I would go to a show with Tom and Joe. And I said, have we ever officially met? And Tom says to me, well, we did, but you didn't care because you ignored us to talk to Casper McWade. And I was like, have you seen Casper McWade? And Tom was like, thanks. So it's a big joke in the interview I did with them and with some of my friends that I completely ignored everyone else and went back to talk to you. You all have great voices, but there was something about your voice that day that I was like, wow, I just was floored by your lyrics and your music. And so I'm really thankful that here we are a couple years later. Finally, we've tried in different cities.
We've tried everywhere to try to get an interview. It's about time.
It's about time it happened. Today was the day. So what I thought we'd talk about a little bit is this, you've been on the road for quite a while. How many years have you been out playing the honky-tonk circuit?
For a good long while. It's been, man, I don't even know if I could put a number to it. It's been a long time.
Yes.
It's always going to be there, so that's what I'm going to do. But
yes.
When I started, I'm not sure. It's been quite a while. Actually hitting the road, it's been less than what it has been with actually playing music. Of course.
Right.
But my buddy Jamie Richards back in Texas, he's an Okie, but he took me down to Texas, and that's where I met Cody and all the rest of these guys.
All the crew, right?
And so he kind of started that. I would say probably 7 or 8 years ago.
Yes.
And started really getting me out there, because he came and see me in Shawnee, Oklahoma at the VFW, and he's like, you have a future in this if you'll get out and do it.
Right.
And so he started dragging me around Texas, all over Texas, and so anybody that out there that doesn't like what I do, blame Jamie Richards.
Blame someone else. Don't blame Casper.
Because
if you were to see him play,
I would have stayed home.
You're like, I would have just stayed home. So you've been doing the touring gig. You've been doing a lot of writing. Have you been doing any co-writes lately? I haven't really.
I've done a couple of little things with the co-write stuff. I was talking about Jamie. I've done a couple with him. just cut a new record. It's coming out pretty soon. There's one or two co-writes on that. My buddy Danny Trashville, I love him to death. He's one of my best friends. It has been for 20 plus years. I cut one of his songs, and then we co-wrote 2 or 3 that are on the new record.
Okay.
Been talking to Cody about some stuff today, and we'll see where that goes. But yeah, there's been a couple things.
Yeah, but we'll leave it at that. And when can we expect new music?
Hopefully within the month.
Oh, we're getting close.
We cut the record already. We cut the record.
This is happening, folks.
Yeah, we cut the record back in the spring, and
I remember I bought posters or something.
Yeah,
I bought things to contribute to the things.
Well, I got caught up in the deal with the record label that reached out to me, and they wanted me to hold off and release it on their label. I don't think I'm going to go that route.
Okay.
Nothing against them guys. They're great guys. I just don't think it's really for me at this moment. So I'm going to stay independent and do the independent thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I can't imagine you staying independent. Kidding. You're about as fiercely independent as they come.
Right.
I mean, that's just my opinion from knowing you for a couple years, mostly over social media.
Yeah, they want to change a bunch of stuff, and I'm
just not down for that.
No, I kind of like the way I'm doing it now.
Right. I get it. I like.
It seems like a lot of folks like the way I'm doing it now.
Right.
So.
I was going to say, let's talk about some influences in your music. I know what I hear, but I would like to have you say what it is that influences you in your music.
Man, my influences range from all kinds of different things. Early country music and traditional Irish music, all the way to punk rock and metal.
Yes.
It's all there. And I think in order to be a well-rounded musician, you need to listen to everything. Even if you don't like it, you'll find something that is respectful or respectable out of every genre there is. There's some rap stuff I love. Some early
me too.
Stuff,
right.
The mumble rap stuff I don't care for. I don't get into it.
Right. But some of it's brilliant. Lyrically, musically, I mean.
Yeah, the mumble rap stuff not so much, but But some of the other stuff, the earlier stuff, like I love Too Short. I'll listen to Too Short for days. DJ Quick. I'll listen to all. It's just I'll listen to all this stuff, and then I'll turn around in the same day and listen to Bob Wills and of course everybody listens to Waylon. But I mean, there's a reason, because Waylon's a badass.
I mean, there's Merle, Waylon, Willie. There's the classics, but then there's subgenres and honky tonks and things. Music that not everybody.
Newer stuff I don't really get into.
Right.
I'm here at a Cody Jinks show, so you probably know I listen to Cody Jinks. He's been a really nice beacon
of hope
lately.
Yes, I feel that way. Well, he changed my life with the interviews he gave me. So for me, there's an affinity toward him. Both that I love his music and that he's a good human being. Right. And so I like him in a lot of different, ways, because he's just really a good guy.
And not to turn it into a conversation about Cody all the way, but he does what Willie used to do, and that's one of the things I admire about him is he'll sit here, shake hands, and take pictures and sign autographs all the way to the end of the night. No matter, and if there's still people out there wanting to meet him and shake his hand, he's going to stand here and he's going to do it. Right. And people just don't do that anymore, and they should.
When they can. I also understand exhausted end of the tour when I get home. So even as a fan and as a blogger who gets access that not everybody does, I always try to be respectful of people's time, boundaries. You don't want to hog someone's time. I mean, other people. Sometimes you got to go to the bathroom.
Things going on, yeah.
Sometimes you just need. Sometimes you just need to go to the bathroom, or have a burger, or run to the gas station.
It's usually I just had a burger, so let's wrap this up because I need to go take a shit.
We're real talk here, people. This is a real interview. Like this, the bar's getting ready. We're here tonight.
They're going to open pretty soon.
They've got 1,000 people expected here at the Boondocks tonight for Cody. It's sold out.
Yeah, sold out.
I've been here for Blackberry Smoke, sold out. Our friend Jeb. If y'all don't know Jeb Brown of Riverton, Illinois, who has the Riverton Party Lounge and is sponsoring this tonight, you gotta know Jeb. Jeb is, you can speak to this as an artist, but Jeb is one of those people who supports live music like no one I've ever seen.
Jeb and Buck Bennett are the people in the Midwest. They are the people in the Midwest, and if you don't know now, you know. Jeb Brown, go find him. The Backroom Lounge, and Buck Bennett at Bucks in Venice, Nebraska. Go find it.
Yeah, those two are salt of the earth. I mean, they would do anything for anybody. I know you've played at Jeb's.
They are the friend of the artist.
Yes, I know you've played at Jeb's and Bucks quite a lot.
Playing at Jeb's tomorrow night and the night after.
Right. Yeah, we love Jeb.
He made that happen so I could be here.
Yes. So, we love you, Jeb. You're the bomb.com. Yeah, I love that people like Jeb and Buck exist so that traveling artists such as yourself who are doing it independently know there are certain people along the road that you can count on.
Exactly. And those two guys are them. I had a bunch of stuff fall out for next week, and Buck said, just come and do a couple of nights here.
Right.
We'll cover it. I was booked for one night with Dallas Moore over there. And he said, just come and do a couple extra nights. I was like, you bet.
You're like, I'll be there.
Yeah,
why wouldn't I be?
I love Buck Bennett and Jeb Brown both. You know,
right. So many of my friends have come through both of those venues. I mean, just a couple of years ago, look at Cody's rise to stardom. He's playing the Snorty Horse in Columbia. He's playing Jeb's Backroom Lounge. And this week he sold, well, I don't know if it's a sellout, but 6,800 tickets at Ascend. So that's like the Ryman, Fort Worth. There's just
he sold out the Ryman 2 nights in a row.
Right. That's like.
He sold out. You know, when last gig I did that had anything to do with Cody was Tulsa, Oklahoma. He sold out both those nights at Cain's. And Cain's is a big deal.
Right.
You know?
So the thing of back to you and the music and the people who support it. For independent musicians, people like Buck and Jeb are the launching pad to all these other things that some of our friends are having success with. And I hope and pray that you're on that trajectory to the bigger venues. Like you said, you want to do things independently, but like when I find an artist that I love their music as much as I do yours, I want people to know about them. That's why I wanted to reach out and do an interview, because I appreciate who you are and your music.
Well, and that's what it takes. Folks like you that like the music and they share it with everybody. You know, and get the word out, because there's only so much I can do myself. You know.
Right.
But talking about that, you know, as far as outgrowing a place, you know, Cody and I were talking a couple hours ago, and he was like, you know, he's like, these guys like Jeb, these guys like Buck, and these other guys, he's like, man, he's like, when I'm in town and I've got a day off, they're going to have a killer Tuesday if I can make it happen. And that's what makes, you know, I feel like that he and I are cut from the same cloth, because that's the way I think about things. If something was to ever happen and I was ever to make the kind of money Cody's making, or ever have the draw that Cody's drawing, I would be the same way. I'd be like, you know, this guy that had my back,
I still have his.
Town,
yep.
I'm gonna call up and be like, hey, I'm coming Wednesday. Sell that bitch out.
Right.
Me and my acoustic guitar.
Right.
And Cody is that guy. And,
right.
You know, he's one of the few people that I've met that is a lot like myself, and I think that's why he and I get along so well. But yeah, that's what everybody should be doing. I think, you know, have the man.
Don't forget who helped you along the way, and staying humble. I just that's the one thing about him that I appreciate maybe more than anything.
Hell yeah. Well, me too. But this beer's almost gone. So hey, you guys, she's gonna have to ask me 1 or 2 more questions so I can go steal the rest of Cody's beer before I am done.
It's like a constant Miller Lite commercial. Someday I'm going to get an endorsement.
I don't even like Miller Lite, but that's what Cody's drinking, and he said, drink all of it you want. And so I'm drinking Cody Jinks' beer for free
from Aquafina someday.
Right.
Double reverse osmosis water, man. It just does it for me.
Right.
Well,
best shit ever. I mean, that'll get you drunk as hell.
Exactly. It's all the drunker I need to be. You don't want me drunk.
Hey, I'll take a
Miller Lite endorsement. Maybe get you and Cody a Miller Lite endorsement.
Shit, all I need to do is hang out with Cody and drink his shit for free. That's all I need to do.
Well,
he's going to run out at some point. He's going to be like, cut that.
He's like, Casper can't come anymore. So tell the people where they can find you on social media.
Social media. I think it's best to go find the fan page, which is doing pretty well at the moment.
That's Ghost Town, Casper, McWade.
Ghost Town and Corral of Casper McWade fans.
Yes.
I've got a personal page that's been at 5,000 for way too long.
Right.
I'm about to just completely do away with that page. I don't run the Ghost Town page, and I like that. You can find also Casper McWade and the Honky Tonk Rebels on Facebook as well.
Okay.
There's a Twitter and all that other stuff too. I don't run any of that stuff, so find it, like it, love it.
Do it. So you heard it here. Casper McWade has a new album coming out in the next month or two.
Yep, it's going to be called Hello Lonesome,
Ooh.
which is also a song on there that myself and my buddy Danny Trashville wrote together.
Can't wait.
He wrote most of it, and I wrote
Parts of it.
enough of it to get it on my record.
That's awesome.
It's a great song, and I can't wait for you guys to hear the whole record. So
That's awesome.
So yeah, you guys keep posted on that.
Well, I'm excited. Thank you so much. I'm so glad today worked out that I could be here and be here with you. I'm Cheryl Swift, the Duchess of Rock and Roll. This is Casper McWade. They're letting people in the door. We got to run. We got a show to get to. We wish you all peace, love, and rock and roll.